Hi, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. Today, yet again, we are going to discuss a million-dollar question that I often get asked in the comment section. That is, how many hours daily should I study to crack the civil services examination? And not only this, I get asked by people like, how many hours did I study during my preparation time for the examination as such. So this is one of the funniest questions in my regard because absolutely how many hours of study is necessary is a question that doesn't really make sense to me because first of all I never kept track of the hours of study that I was making. Maybe it's a subjective thing, it's a personal thing. I never did that. But in general, also, this particular question is irrelevant in the sense that uh, different people are in different circumstances. For example, if you're a person who is doing a full time preparation, like I did a full time preparation. I was not working with during that time, so then I was able to contribute obviously more time to the preparation process. So it is an obvious thing. So I would tell you that my schedule used to last between 5 a.m. in the morning and 10 p.m. in the evening. So between that, much of the time I was just studying, and then except for times I would take breaks. I used to do exercises. I used to take breaks during my lunch, dinner, and breakfast, and be interacting with my family, my friends, etc. So apart from that, the only thing that I could do and I wanted to do was study. So that way, I might have done more than 10 hours of study, but that doesn't really apply to anyone and everyone who is preparing. Say you're preparing with job, then there is no point in you understanding how many hours should you study. It is about finding minimum 3 to 4 hours of quality time where you are focused on what you are doing and you are making a significant amount of progress in the preparation journey. So if there are people who sit for more than 12, 13, 15 hours, but the quality of their time is very, very low, and it's compared to just 2 hours of study, worthy study. So that way, this particular question is really not making sense. And I would tell you that if you are preparing full time, you can contribute almost 8 to 10 hours of study. And if you're preparing with job, you can have close to 4 hours of study in the morning and in the evening and in the break times in between, which you get an office that can also be utilized. And also, what is most important is to measure your progress. It is about giving whatever time you have to study and then assessing yourself with mock papers, with writing practice, so to see what amount of progress are you making. Sometimes what happens is that we sit for long hours, and in between we get distracted and we reach some other state of mind. We forget that we are studying, and still we are sitting on our tables, in our study tables. That doesn't really make sense. So it is very, very important that on a weekly or a monthly basis, you are significantly measuring your progress and assessing if the time you are contributing is directly correlating to the output that you are making in terms of preparation. And one of the things that you can do during this time is to don't get distracted. That is, you can take necessary breaks in between. You can make some sort of a physical activity. You can walk for a while you're taking break, and also ensure that your physical endurance is high. And also, workouts during this time is important because your posture, your sitting for long hours can affect your spine, your neck, and all the aches that come in between. So you have to avoid that by physical activity. So any sort of physical activity exercises are important. Even if not, then between study also you can make sure that you are standing up from your chair and you're having those necessary walks in between. And next thing about sleep, so try to ensure that you don't fall behind all the numbers that are falsely given out in the internet regarding preparation, like people who make 18 to 20 hours of study. In that scenario, what happens is that you are not you are sacrificing on your sleep. Sleep is very crucial. I am very, very proud to say that not even during one day of my preparation did I not get a sleep of less than 7 hours. So I used to ensure that 7 to 8 hours of sleep I was getting at any cost. And also, it is important to follow a fixed timing for you to go to bed and wake up, because it becomes your biological clock gets aligned to that, and you will naturally have a tendency to sleep and wake up at that time even without alarm. So you train your body in a certain way, that's very important. And 18 to 20 hours of study, nobody can do that. It's humanly impossible to do that. So please understand and don't fall behind traps where people are telling you these things and you blindly follow it, and blindly you compare yourself and assess your progress with the hours of study that they are putting in. And also, in this case scenario, comparisons actually don't work in your favor. For example, there will be people who will be early birds, who like to rise up early in the morning, and there'll be night owls, people who like to have long study hours at night because they feel that is more peaceful. People are all asleep and they get to have their own me time of study. That's completely fine. So you don't have to compare yourself with a night owl if you are an early bird, and if you are an early bird, don't compare yourself with a night owl. And I was a person who was not personally comfortable with both of them. But if I had to make a decision, I could wake up a little early, so that's why I used to wake up at 5 a.m. But it's not compulsory that you follow any standards. People who wake up at 7 or 8, they also study. So it's not about a comparison of how other people are doing and whether you are meeting those standards. It's just being committed to yourself, committed to the decisions that you're making, and ensuring that you're making progress, you're making quality time available for whatever that you want to do. And one particular suggestion that I would make is that even if you wake up and sleep at any time, please don't sleep during the time window of the examination. So, as by now you would have known the timings of the examination, where ideally the exam would happen during the day, that is between maybe 9:30 to maybe evening. Around 5:36. So that time, please do not sleep, especially the naps which you have in the afternoon. Please avoid that, because during prelims it is your CSAT paper, and even during mains it's a highly intensive writing time that you have, because you have 3 hours in the morning and 3 hours in the afternoon for writing during the main examination. 6 hours is physically exhausting, so if you are in a sleepy mood, you would never do that. And also, CSAT is something which requires a lot of mental stamina, mental stability, and alertness. And please do not practice afternoon sleep during your preparation times as well. That's my humble request. And so it's especially not good to sleep during the day, is what I would tell you. And also, as I've told in the previous videos, also afternoons, please dedicate to CSAT preparation or attending mock test with respect to CSAT. Because if you practice, the better during for you to align with the format of the examination. And after between the time between prelims and mains, you can then contribute that particular time for optionals or maybe something else. But till prelims, it's ideal to prepare the afternoon time for CSAT. And so ultimately, I would recommend you to not ask anyone how many hours of study did they make and how many hours of study should you do to crack the examination, because there is absolutely no relevance to this particular question. And nobody no UPSC would never come and ask you how many hours of study did you make. Even if you have studied 20 plus hours per day, and if you don't crack the examination, if you don't clear the papers, there is no point. Nobody is going to come and ask you or value you for the hours of study that you made without significant correlation with output. So that is what I have to tell you, and I hope it truly makes sense, because such things should also be discussed and the reality should be kept an open. So I hope that you will make use of the things that I've told you, incorporate that into your preparation process. So if apart from this, if you have any queries, please let me know. So I wish you all the best for the preparation. Until the next video, it's a goodbye from me. Thank you so much.